Right now, 3 years to the day since the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy, how the victims are being remembered and a city continues to heal.
Also, new information today on a missing Wisconsin kayaker who police say faked his own death and abandoned his family.
And we're following the latest on controversial former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, who today withdrew his nomination to be Donald Trump's pick for Attorney General. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. It has been 3 years to the day since a man drove an SUV through a crowd at a Christmas parade in Waukesha. 6 people were killed and 62 others were injured. The man who did it is serving 6 life sentences plus an additional 762 years. Today at Grady Park, city employees unveiled a 6-sided heart with 6 benches to remember Tamara Durand, Willem Hospel, Jane Coolidge, Leanna Owen, Virginia Sorensen, and Jason Sparks.
Another top story today, the weather, a chilly, slushy mess out there. Chief Meteorologist Alex Arrington on the weather patio to tell us when the precipitation will end, Alex.
Yes, Eric, it is still precipitating, meaning it's still got a couple raindrops out here. It's just wet out here and slushy. That's all that's really left out here in the studio is slushy snow after having about 2 inches at its greatest depth. Our snow vision, which is just an estimate for snowfall totals, really did line up quite nicely. A little bit more than expected east of Madison, but areas east of Madison is where the first warm weather team we were mentioning would have the greatest chances for snow. We had about 2 inches here at the studio and really nothing to the west of Madison. There you see that little green area stretching from Waunakee to the west side of Madison. That's the raindrops that are falling on me right now outside in the studio. A little more rain off towards the east. And then Janesville, if you're driving down towards Janesville or heading to Janesville, get ready. You're going to have some raindrops across on your windshield wiper. Raindrops will continue for the rest of this evening. And then coming up in Maine weather, I'll let you know when is that next chance for snow because there's more in the forecast.
All right, Alex, thank you. This first appreciable amount of snowfall of the season sent many folks slipping and sliding around in all that slush.
Our Merrill Hubbard is out near the Beltline tonight to tell us how people are adjusting. The first one, it always takes a little getting used to. Hi, Merrill.
Yeah, Susan, Eric, it definitely does take some time to get used to. I know I wasn't ready for this weather, but thankfully the city of Madison sounds like they were. Now, earlier this morning, we talked to the Madison Streets Department to talk about how the salting and plowing went. They said they knew this morning flurry was coming and that they've been keeping an eye out for anything unusual. So after some heavy snowfall in the evening, they got their crews out on the roads at 4:30 a.m. this morning. Since then, they've plowed here and there, and then they've kept mostly focused on salting.
We've had the plows down a bit, but not too bad. Usually that first time around, we had to put the plow down, but since then the salt and the temperatures have prevented us from having to, constantly be plowing.
Now, we also talked to people who were out driving on the road to see how they're coping with the morning conditions.
Wasn't too bad coming down. There was a surprise of ice road, but other than that, it was okay. But this morning, it does not look good.
I mean, just from Wisconsin my whole life, so this kind of helps. Like, I brought my coat from home, brought my gloves, brought my hat and everything.
Now, like Alex was saying, it's pretty drizzly out now, and most of the snowfall that we saw this morning has been taken away because it's just melted away with this rain. But coming up tonight, we're going to hear more from those UW-Madison students to see if they made it to their classes during this blustery morning of snow. But for now, reporting live on Madison's west side, Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Merrill, thank you. The Department of Natural Resources is encouraging hunters to donate their deer to help fight food insecurity. The deer must be harvested here in Wisconsin and can be donated through the DNR's Deer Donation Program. Since the year 2000, hunters have donated nearly 100,000 deer, totaling 4 million pounds of venison. The process of how to donate is listed on the DNR's website.
And with hunters set to head out for the gun deer season this weekend, Juneau County officials are asking people to keep an eye out for a missing woman. Lya Stewart was last seen on July 4th of last year around 1:15 p.m. near Mauston on 19th Avenue between 43rd and 41st Street. She was wearing a black shirt and dark-colored shorts with no shoes. Sheriff Andrew Zobel is asking hunters and visitors in the area to inspect their properties for any signs that might help in finding Stewart.
One of President-elect Donald Trump's controversial picks for his cabinet withdrew his name from consideration today.
And another of Trump's choices, who was investigated for sexual assault, met with lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Torian Small has the latest on the Trump transition plans from Capitol Hill.
I'm looking forward to a hearing.
A day after meeting with senators on Capitol Hill, former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz abruptly announced Thursday that he has withdrawn his name from consideration to be the next Attorney General. Gaetz, who had been the subject of a House ethics investigation, wrote in a social media post that his confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction.
I respect his decision, appreciate him offering himself for service at that level, now on to somebody else.
While Gaetz was a congressman, the panel was investigating allegations he attended sex parties and had sex with a 17-year-old minor. Gaetz has denied any wrongdoing. This development comes as another cabinet pick who has also been accused of sexual misconduct met with senators on Capitol Hill Thursday to lobby support for his confirmation.
We look forward to engaging in that process. We take absolutely nothing for granted.
Pete Hegseth is President-elect Donald Trump's choice to be the next Secretary of Defense. A newly released police report details a 2017 sexual assault allegation against the Fox News host. The accuser, referenced as Jane Doe, reported feeling like she had been drugged and recalls saying no a lot while in a hotel room with Hegseth and that he prevented her from leaving. The Army veteran maintains the encounter was consensual.
The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared.
A spokesperson for the Trump-Vance transition released a statement calling Hegseth a highly respected combat veteran and said no charges were filed because police found the allegations to be false. Torian Small, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The House Ethics Committee was deadlocked in a vote yesterday about whether to release its report looking into Gaetz' sexual misconduct allegations. The chair of the committee, Congressman Michael Guest of Mississippi, says Gaetz' decision to withdraw his nomination should end the question of whether or not the report should be released.
Contact has been made with the Watertown man who faked his death on Green Lake this summer.
Authorities say they are in daily contact with Ryan Borgwart, trying to get him to return home on his own accord.
It was off of Big Green Lake, this body of water, that the Green Lake County Sheriff's Office believes Ryan Borgwart sunk his kayak and attempted to fake his own death before traveling across a much larger body of water overseas to Eastern Europe. Now they say they're learning more about how he did it straight from Ryan himself.
It's Ryan Borgwart.
But according to Sheriff Mark Padal, Borgwart may not have originally been trying to fake his death. Deputies made contact with him on November 11th with the help of a woman who speaks Russian. They would not share any more details about her connection to Borgwart or if they are together now. The sheriff says Borgwart had personal matters going on and felt this was the right thing to do, but felt remorse.
He talks about that. He also feels bad about the amount of hours that we have put in and the community. He says, you know, I got myself in a situation and I just got to try to get out of it. The situation I'm talking about is when he faked his own death, okay? Because it wasn't in his plan to do that. So he's got to try to make that better with his family now.
Sheriff Padal says Borgwart believes one way he was trying to make things better was taking out the $375,000 life insurance, reportedly for his wife and kids, not himself. So what actions does the sheriff's office plan to take next, and how long will they keep communicating and pressuring Ryan to come home? We'll have more on that tonight on News 3 Now at 6. For now, reporting in Green Lake County, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. According to the sheriff, Borgwart faces an obstructing charge from them, and the sheriff's office is seeking restitution in the amount of $35,000 to $40,000. But officials don't believe that warrants are needed if he voluntarily returns home.
Well, Thanksgiving, believe it or not, a week from today. Can you believe that? And millions of us will take to the skies next week to travel for Thanksgiving. The nation's transportation secretary predicting it could likely be a record-breaking holiday travel season.
But as Laura Aguirre explains, pack your patience because record travel means record crowds. And one airline is cracking down on line cutters.
The nation's top transportation and aviation chiefs giving assurances that holiday travel next week will be safe and efficient.
We are ready to ensure passengers can complete the screening process within our established wait times of 30 minutes or less for non-pre-check passengers and 10 minutes or less for pre-check passengers.
Billions of dollars have been awarded to help airports add more check-in counters, build faster security checkpoints, improve baggage claim, make it easier to find your gate.
That extends to the runways, where close calls in a number of cities have made headlines in recent years.
We've also installed approach runway verification systems at more than 74 airport towers. This technology provides audio and visual alerts to controllers if an arriving aircraft is lined up to land on the wrong airport surface.
The FAA is also testing new surveillance systems at some of the nation's busiest airfields, designed to improve situational awareness for air traffic controllers.
Tuesday is forecasted to be our busiest day.
TSA projects around 2.8 million passengers will fly that day. And heads up, if you try to cut the boarding line, American Airlines is unveiling new tech that will sound an alarm if a boarding pass is scanned before its assigned group number is called, and you'll be sent back to your boarding group.
I want to remind everyone that we have a zero tolerance policy for unruly behavior.
Please treat your flight crew with the respect that they deserve.
Well, the TSA encouraging passengers to use the agency's new texting feature to get the answers they need to travel questions in real time. Just text them to Ask TSA. No spaces there for everything from traveling with a firearm to if it's permissible, Susan, to bring a cooked turkey on board your flight. I don't know if you want to try that. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington back next. A complete look at your first warn forecast and a look at some better weather ahead.
Plus, we'll recap day 2 from court as a swim instructor is accused of inappropriately touching students in Oregon.
And it's the best day for the Dow Jones in 2 weeks, surging almost 462 points. The NASDAQ up a half dozen. S&P adds more than 31. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, brought to you by Cardinal Heating and Air Conditioning.
Hey, all right, Pep's Draft House.
I believe it's Draft Haas.
Draft Haas. I think that's Italian.
Growler Pilsner to go? I gotta get back to Joe's Haas.
Pizza in the house! Man, I'm glad this pizza's big. We got full Haas.
For pizza with big toppings and even bigger taste, you need to
take it to the house!
When you're gonna pizza, take it to the house. The house. Pep's Draft House.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
Steinhafels is your mattress destination for your best night's sleep. Enjoy the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest mattress. Right now, save up to $600. Add an adjustable base and save up to $400 more. Upgrade your sleep to the Beauty Rest Black, where luxury meets innovation. Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $36 per month when you use Steinhafels 60-month financing. Plus, you get up to $300 in Steinhafels cash. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
The seasons are changing and winter's on the horizon. Let the experts at Felco get your roofing project off the ground before the snow moves in. Right now, get 30% off roofing, plus no money down and no interest until 2026. It's the perfect time to replace your roof with Felco. You'll make a valuable upgrade to your home with roofing designed specifically for Midwestern weather.
30% off roofing ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on a sporty new Civic, spirited Accord, fun to drive HR-V, and versatile CRV. So don't wait. Turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
A nice stretch of weather is ahead for southern Wisconsin, but then temperatures will cool. Will it be accompanied with snow chances? The answer is at 6.
Then a Wisconsin man who faked his own death has resurfaced, and we have the proof. Hear from him in his own words tonight at 6.
Tonight at 6, more than a decade after Act 10 launched, how Wisconsin schools are dealing with the fallout today and what it could mean for students.
We want the best learning conditions for our students.
After Act 10, learning with less. Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. We do have some breaking news just into our newsroom. You're taking a live look at Schrader Road at Hampshire Place on Madison's west side. There is a large police presence there. A News 3 Now crew on scene tells us a forensic crime unit and a canine unit have arrived at that location. It appears traffic is flowing normally at what is a busy area at this time of day, but they tell us it'd be a good idea to avoid that area if possible. Again, this is just west of the area of Schrader Road at Whitney Way, the Vitens Golf area right there at that intersection. We'll continue to follow this breaking story and bring you more details as we learn more both on air and online at channel3000.com.
It is the second day of the trial of James Miker, the man accused of inappropriately touching 2 young boys while teaching swimming lessons in 2022. Miker himself took the stand today. He pleads not guilty. Yesterday, both boys, their mothers, and the director of the Oregon Community Pool, where the swimming classes took place, all testified. Miker faces 3 felony counts of second-degree sexual assault of a child. Online court records show jurors are scheduled to return to court tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. There is a widespread beef recall involving 167,000 pounds of ground beef being recalled due to possible E. coli contamination. The beef was shipped to restaurants nationwide from Wolverine Packing Company. Since the beginning of November, 15 people who had eaten ground beef reported feeling sick, all of them in the state of Minnesota. A sample tested yesterday was positive for E. coli.
And 1 person is dead, and people in 18 states have been sickened by organic carrots contaminated with E. coli. And Dr. Christopher Harkin, an urgent care physician at SSM Health, says these outbreaks underscore the critical importance of food safety and the prevalence of foodborne illnesses, although Dr. Harkin says that not all strains of E. coli are actually bad.
E. coli itself has many, many different strains. There's good ones that we want to have in us, and then occasionally we're going to get some bad ones. And most important thing we can do, wash our hands and wash our food.
And Dr. Harkin adds that most people will not become severely ill, but young folks, older people, those who are immunocompromised, and pregnant women should see a physician if you feel E. coli-related symptoms.
To the weather now, first sticking snow of the season. Things are pretty slick and slippery out there tonight, Alex.
Yes, a lot of that slushy snow out there, still in some of those overpasses and on-ramps, but the good news is a lot of that's going to continue to melt overnight tonight, even with rain showers that will help to also erase the snow. The winds will slowly ease up. At 6, I'll show you the track of the easing up of those winds as we go from tonight and into Friday. So this is all good stuff here as we carry forth, as we plan your evening. Still a couple of raindrops at 6 o'clock. Temperatures in the 40s. I'll be here at 6. When Jacob joins us at 10 o'clock at 41 degrees. Reminder, our normal high temperatures are in the 30s for this time of year. So at 10 o'clock, we're still in the 40s, which will continue to melt that snow. 2 areas of rain, one stretching from Beaver Dam right down to west of Fort Atkinson. The other one just south of Madison. I had it when I was out on the patio, now heading down towards Belleville and then towards Monroe. Rest of southern Wisconsin, look at the temperatures out here too. Part of the weather story. We were in the 30s, cold enough for snow this morning. Now we're in the upper 30s to the low, if not approaching mid 40s out towards Boscobel. So a mild evening in southern Wisconsin any precipitation that we continue to have tonight is going to be in the form of rain, and then it dwindles as we head towards 10 o'clock with just a few sprinkles left. Here's how this all panned out. We got down into the upper 20s, critical temperatures for when that snow fell, where it did fall in southern Wisconsin, for it to stick. And then we climbed up to near 40 by 2 o'clock, turning that over to rain, and then now it's rain out there and all of that snow out there melting. 41 in Madison right now, also winds northwest at 10 miles per hour, a bit on the gusty side still. Eventually those winds will calm down tonight. The winter of snowfall when it was at its peak, meaning when it was at its fluffiest, if you will, even though it was a wet snow. 6.5 inches in Beaver Dam. Jefferson at 4. Here at the studio, 2 inches. You go to our friends in Dodgeville, less than an inch, and we said areas west of Madison would have a lot less snow. All this precipitation that we've had has now erased the abnormally dry conditions across a good portion of southern Wisconsin. Wanted to give this update. However, areas towards Janesville over towards Elkhorn still experiencing moderate to severe drought conditions. Cloudy conditions are expected throughout the daytime on Friday, so we won't have sunshine on Friday, but the temperatures will be on the mild side, starting off near 40 degrees and ending up in the lower 40s for Friday afternoon. Again, that's above normal for this time of year. Fast forward to the weekend. Mild temperatures this weekend, perhaps a mix as we head towards Sunday night and our future storm lineup. Thanksgiving, I think, will be dry, but we're watching another weather system for next weekend. The full 10-day forecast at the end of the newscast.
All right, Alex, thank you. Just ahead, how to handle America's political divide at the Thanksgiving dinner table. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here at Melio Sandwiches, we're all about facts. Fact number 1, we bake our own bread every 4 hours, every day. Fact number 2, we hand slice our meats to perfection, just the way you like it. Melio's, baking a difference since 1989.
Enjoy a taste of Wisconsin with Madison Magazine. Dig into local cookbooks that celebrate our culinary community and history. And meet 2 innovators who've helped us create memories through cooking. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
You expect your healthcare provider to take the time to listen to you, to learn more about you and why you came in. That's the care you expect, and that's the care we deliver at Upland Hills Health. Whether it's in our Dodgeville Hospital or at one of our 7 clinics, our skilled doctors and healthcare professionals personalize care for you and every member of your family. Upland Hills Health Hospital and Clinics, the care you expect, close to home.
With eHealth, you can compare Medicare plans side by side for free. So we invited people to give eHealth a try and discover how easy it can be to find your Medicare match.
I have quite a few prescriptions.
That's why people call Les. This one here covers all your prescriptions, your doctors as well.
Oh, wonderful.
I have a hard time with this.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
You're so helpful. You don't know.
This is pretty amazing.
I can go on a vacation with this money.
See how your Medicare plan stacks up with the big changes for 2025. Just call this number or get started at eHealth.com. Compare plans from the nation's top insurance companies. They pay us to help you. That's how eHealth is always a free service.
The savings are unbelievable.
I could see the costs side by side.
Now that we know that it's a free service, eHealth is just, I think, the best.
Call 1-800-428-0126 to compare Medicare plans in your area or visit eHealth.com.
eHealth, your Medicare matchmaker.
Here at Melio Sandwiches, we're all about facts. Fact number 1, we bake our own bread every 4 hours, every day. Fact number 2, we hand slice our meats to perfection, just the way you like it. Milios, baking a difference since 1989.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
7 days to go until Thanksgiving Day is here.
Yeah, it's coming weeks after that divisive U.S. presidential election. And some may be feeling a little bit of stress or downright sick to their stomachs about the idea of gathering with people who may have voted differently.
Mandy Gaether has some tips from a psychiatrist on how to stop politics from ruining your Thanksgiving.
U.S. voters have spoken, and whether your candidate won or not, the holidays are happening.
If you know that there are differences amongst family members or you're worried about these tough conversations coming up, I think it's really important to be able to have a conversation in advance.
Psychiatrist Dr. Nicole Tarui with El Camino Health says after an emotional election, Americans need quality time with loved ones. So she says not to let politics stop you from getting together.
There's a deep brain structure called the amygdala that's responsible for fear and anxiety. When the amygdala is operating, we're often flooded with really intense emotions, and it's very hard to have productive and calm conversations.
That's why Tarui says to set expectations before the gathering, decide which topics are off limits, and focus on the holiday, not on politics.
If we can really set the intention that the holidays are really about that, it can make a very big difference.
Sometimes it can be hard to steer clear of big topics, so Tarui says not to avoid tough conversations. Instead, remember your shared values and consider listening. It may deepen your understanding of a loved one's beliefs. And if things get too contentious, it's okay to take a break.
I really recommend having just a one-liner to be able to diffuse these difficult conversations if it gets to a contentious point. An example of something you might be able to say is, I really respect your opinion on this matter, and we're going to have to agree to disagree.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaether.
Big Beautiful Sectional for just $9.87 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long, up to 60% off list. Deals so big, prices so low. While they last, only at Slumberland Furniture.
It's your last chance. Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. We're your one-stop shop for big savings on energy-efficient appliances. Check out top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. Menards has the largest in-stock appliance selection. Ready to take home today. Save big on this Whirlpool 5-cycle dishwasher. On sale for $398. Plus, get an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
When I think of Madison No Fear Dentistry and what that means to me, it really is about it not being scared, not being judged. I feel that they've got my best interests at heart. I think that coming to Madison No Fear Dentistry is more than just coming to a dental office. It's meeting really great people that care about you. Madison No Fear Dentistry has helped change my life, and I believe it can help change other people's lives as well.
I've suffered from shoulder pain for about 22 years. It got to where I couldn't even wash my hair. I couldn't even brush my teeth without pain.
That's when Sophia checked out QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. All natural treatments to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue and get you back to living a normal life again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
I chose QC Kinetics because my son, he had had his back done, and he had great success with it.
Join tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have found lasting relief from their joint pain. Request a free consultation and find out if you're qualified for this therapeutic breakthrough. Call 608-407-7826.
I was in the shower washing my hair and I realized, oh my God, I'm washing my hair and it doesn't hurt. I'm pain-free and I want to thank you, QC Kinetics.
Isn't it time you got your life back? Call now for your free consultation. 608-407-7826. 608-407-7826.
I was an occupational therapist and I had lost my position. I was able to just go the next day, oh well, I can dash. I love it for the freedom. I can schedule myself. Also, dashing just gives you a sense of purpose. Having portable benefits would be really awesome for me because I could use them to help cover my vision, copays, and adding to my 401k. And I could continue to build that till I retire.
It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland, up to 60% off list. Get a Sealy Posturepedic high-brand mattress for just $6.99. Or save up to $800 on select adjustable mattress sets.
I hear this help reduce snoring.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, Donald Trump's pick to lead the Justice Department. Matt Gaetz steps down after being asked about the testimony he had 2 sexual encounters with a minor. We've got our new reporting and the fallout tonight. What did Trump say? That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And we are continuing to follow breaking news along Schrader Road on the west side at Hampshire Place, just west of Vitens Golfland. Madison police say they are investigating a shooting there. 2 people were injured during this shooting. When officers arrived, both were given medical aid. They have since been taken to a nearby hospital and are said to have non-life-threatening injuries. We'll continue to follow this breaking story and bring you more details as we learn more both on air and online at channel3000.com. The weather, also a big story today, and Alex joins us. One final recap.
Good news is temperatures have warmed up. It's raining out there, so the melting of the snow will continue across southern Wisconsin tonight. Winds will slowly ease up as well, so all improving conditions. No more alert day conditions expected this evening. But the future storm lineup is something I want to emphasize. A light mix late Sunday and Monday. Thanksgiving's weather system at this point looks to stay south of the area, but I'm keeping a close eye, as is the first warm weather team, for perhaps another weather system once we get past Turkey Day. As we head past that shopping Friday, that following weekend, there could be a pretty big weather system in the Midwest, as it looks like right now. This could always back off a little bit, but we want to be first to let you know if you're going to be doing any travel back to Wisconsin or in the Midwest, that we could be looking at much colder conditions by that Saturday and Sunday and the following weekend, and some snow.
Cold we can deal with, but for those traveling, we really want those roads
heads up
to be clear. All right, we'll be back in a half hour with News 3 Now at 6. The latest on that breaking news story from the west side. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.